United Kingdom is all set to roll out the red carpet for Narendra Modi, who will be the first Indian Prime Minister to visit the United Kingdom since 2006. Narendra Modi has left from Britain with focus on boosting ties in trade and enhancing cooperation in combating terrorism. This will be the Prime Minister's third meeting with his counterpart David Cameron. Modi will hold wide-ranging talks with his UK Prime Minister David Cameron, and both sides are likely to sign a number of agreements. The centerpiece of Modi's visit will be a mass rally and fireworks display at Wembley Stadium on Friday for an estimated 60,000 supporters. The Prime Minister's packed schedule in London also includes a lunch with Queen Elizabeth at the Buckingham Palace and an address at the British Parliament.
10 o'clock local time is when his special aircraft, the Air India One, is expected to land in London. First up is a meeting with some members of the Punjabi and Sikh community at his hotel, the St. James Court, which is actually located quite close to Buckingham Palace as well as 10 Downing Street. But it's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon when those crucial bilateral talks will begin with Britain's Prime Minister David Cameron. Trade, investment, as well as counter-terrorism cooperation, the global security situation, and also perhaps a civil nuclear cooperation is top of the agenda. But it's the address in Parliament by Mr. Narendra Modi that will be watched very, very closely across the political parties here in UK. Remember, there's always been great amounts of concern, especially when it comes to human rights issues. UK at the end of the day is a very, very liberal democracy. They will be listening very carefully to Narendra Modi's words. Also perhaps an attempt by the Indian Prime Minister to try and assuage all fears and make sure that investor sentiments remain intact as far as the brand India is concerned. But it's going to be a special evening for the Prime Minister, as he will be hosted by, of course, his British counterpart at his countryside residence, the Chequers, where Prime Minister Modi will also be spending the night. Lord Meghna Desai is here with us in London to talk about the Indian Prime Minister's first official bilateral visit to the UK. So what exactly, would you say that the United Kingdom Foreign Office has in mind right now as it prepares to welcome Mr. Modi?
Well, United Kingdom has always been very enthusiastic about increasing trade and investment with India. UK now regards itself as a much more of a trading nation, and they're very conscious that the emerging economies are where the markets are. So they want to sort of change their trade direction from developed countries to emerging economies.
How are they viewing the investment climate in India at the moment, given all the kind of political controversies, the Bihar Assembly election defeat, the bickerings which are ongoing in India? Does that impact the investor sentiment too?
I think temporarily, these are short-run things, When a government is in power, government gets criticized. But investment is a long-run proposition. So you basically look at the market prospects and things like that. Whichever government is in power, India is a good investment record. Now, Modi has raised India's profile very much.
The British companies get into a lot of these legal complications, especially on terms of the retrospective taxations. Also, the GST reforms haven't really moved through in India. So, how is that playing out really here?
I don't think GST will affect that much. It will be good when GST passed. But people have more or less factored in disappointment on the GST. GST is not going to move. It has not moved for 15 years. It won't move for another 10 years. Who cares? I think what's more important is that these people know that the long-run prospect, given India's demographic trends, given India's willingness to attract money, India is a good prospect. There's no doubt about that. And other countries, Germany, France, US, are also going to be competing to get in there.
Right.
So the UK has to get in there and work hard.
So one final question. There is also a lot of discussion in India right now that, about the question of the Kohinoor being raised. Is that something really which you think the Indian Prime Minister might just raise on this trip? Should he raise?
I think, it's all very pathetic. The Kohinoor belonged to Maharaja Ranjit Singh, and his son and heir, Dalip Singh ji, gifted it to Queen Victoria. Nobody took it away. Nobody has robbed anybody for anything. And so I think the idea that Kohinoor belongs to India, whatever India is, it may, you say, it belonged to Ranjit Singh Ji and his descendants. And if you really want to have my word, Ranjit Singh's capital was in Lahore.
Right.
So if Kohinoor goes back to anybody, it goes back to Pakistan.
Okay, so that is something perhaps which will lead to another round of discussion and debate.
Indians should not think Kohinoor belongs to India necessarily. It belongs to Lahore, and in Lahore there is a Ranjit Singh Ji museum, and it'll go there.
So maybe it's best then to not to raise the issue at the moment, but you're outside the famous London School of Economics with video journalist Sanjay Chaudhary. This is Smita Sharma for India Today.
With Prime Minister Narendra Modi all set to hold a rally in Wembley, Indian diaspora is excited about the Prime Minister's visit.
Swaminarayan Temple here in London looks gorgeous on Deepavali. Also, those display of fireworks are now happening in the skies. If we could just show to you, it's Deepavali night here in London, and this is being celebrated by the Indian community that is pouring in by the hundreds here. As you can see, these long queues outside the temple. Not just Indians, but also people, of course, from London and other places as well here to take part in these celebrations. But this also coincides, of course, with Narendra Modi's upcoming visit. He will try to impress the crowds there at Wembley as well. Hi, will you be there at Wembley for Mr. Narendra Modi?
Yes, I got the ticket for Friday afternoon. I will be there.
You got the ticket?
Yeah.
Was it easy to get the ticket, or did you have to sort of fight for it?
I just registered whenever I heard about it. I just depended on the luck. It came. Yeah.
Why would you like to listen to him? What is it about Mr. Narendra Modi that you would want to go and hear?
Yeah, because he has been traveling to so many countries and he has been making so many good deals for India. So I just wanted to see, like, I have not been into a speech before. So I just wanted to see, like, what he actually talks and what's it all about. So I'm just curious about it.
He's going to listen in out of curiosity. Are you based in London?
Not based, but yeah, currently living here.
What would you like to say about the Indian Prime Minister's foreign policy? You know, do you think he will bring in energy with the India-UK relations?
I really think, yes, looking at his energy level, I am sure that, yeah, of course, he'll bring that energy. And I'm sure everybody who is living here, I mean, all Indians who are living here are looking forward to that meeting, because I'm sure that'll bring some sort of like good friendship and everything. So some benefits we all are looking forward to.
Right. You know, how do you look at the ongoings, the developments which are happening in India at the moment? Of course, there's that Bihar election. There are groups that are coming out in protest. How do you look at that? Do you think Mr. Modi is still as strong as he was when he actually won the Lok Sabha elections?
Well, it's too early to comment. He's been doing good progress, so we'll have to wait and watch what he's going to do for India. Well, it's you know, it's a huge history, so you cannot do anything in a day. Rome was not built in a day, right? So yeah, we'll just have to wait and watch.
So perhaps there is a lot of impatience too, and of course that comes from the fact that India is young, it's restless today. So from curiosity to community loyalty to, of course, sheer admiration for the Prime Minister, various reasons that we'll see these crowds of men and women at Wembley as well. For now, it's a happy Deepavali once again to all of you here outside the Swaminarayan Temple with video journalist Sanjay Chaudhary. This is Smita Sharma for India Today.
Nisaga mama mani pamaga ni pamaga sani pamani sapasa जहाँ तक याद आती रहेगी